She feared the human she had to wed, until he treated her like no one ever did. Part 2. Sarai's palm slammed the crimson panic panel. Klaxons wailed through the palace corridors. Holo screens flickered red. Footsteps thundered from every direction. She braced against the chamber wall, heart pounding. Chamberlain Rethkal loomed before her, his scaled face twisted in outrage. Insolent! You dare invoke the emergency code during a binding rite? The doors burst open. 6 armed attendants flooded in, plasma lances leveled. Captain Hessa Nor followed, her armored bulk filling the frame. Panic signal confirmed. State the threat, Lady Ven. Reth jabbed a claw toward Sarai. She disrupts the ceremony. Seize her. Escort to compliance quarters. Sarai's ridges flared in terror. This was it. Punishment for defiance. The attendants advanced, lances humming. A broad shadow stepped between them. Elias Ward, her human groom, unarmored, hands empty. He faced the squad without flinching. Stand down, Elias said. Voice level, no shout. Nor's eyes narrowed. Human. This is Ven. Internal security. Step aside. All of you. The attendants hesitated. Reth sputtered. You have no authority here. Out. Elias pointed to the door. Calm, unyielding. Sarai blinked. He blocked them. For her. Nor's gaze flicked to Sarai. Lady, confirm the order. Sarai swallowed. Yes. Everyone. Out. The attendants lowered weapons. They filed past Elias, Reth snarling behind them. Nor lingered, mandibles clicking. This buys you time, human, not loyalty. She sealed the doors. Silence crashed down. Sarai's breath hitched. Elias turned. Face neutral. No anger. No demand. You hit the panel, he said. Why? Reth demanded the veil binding. Public submission. I refused. Her voice cracked. He threatened isolation protocols. Elias nodded once, pulled a data slate from his tunic. Fair. No more ceremonies without your sign-off. Sarai stared. You protected me. Not mine. He tapped the slate. Ours. What else? She straightened. This human didn't gloat. Didn't claim credit. The marriage terms. In writing. Full disclosure. No verbal traditions. Done. Elias linked the slate to the chamber console. Text scrolled. Asset divisions, veto rights, exit clauses. Clear lines. No ambiguities. Sarai scanned it. Her estates intact. His resources shared. No dominance clauses. This is equitable. Standard for me. He slid the slate to her. Sign if it works. Or amend. She hesitated. Aliens bartered power in shadows. Humans wrote it plain. Why yield so fast? Partners sign partners. Elias met her eyes. Steady brown gaze. Not captives. A chime interrupted. Holocom lit. Dr. Amari Sato. Lady Ven? Medical check post alert? Sarai tapped accept. Sato's face appeared. Sharp features calm. No injuries reported. Vitals stable. Need anything? Privacy, Sarai said. And confirmation. Reth's access revoked? Sato smiled faintly. Already locked. Elias flagged it during the standoff. Sarai glanced at him. He'd moved that fast? The doors hissed. Reth forced entry override, flanked by 2 guards. Enough! The right resumes. Human interference invalidates. Elias rose, positioned himself at Sarai's side, not in front. Chamberlain. Read the new protocol. Reth thrust forward a scroll orb. Tradition supersedes. Sarai gripped the slate. No. She activated it. Palace speakers boomed her voice. By emergency code 7 Alpha. Lady Sarai Ven assumes household enforcement. All overrides pending my seal. Reth froze. Guards shifted. Uneasily. You invoked primacy? Reth's scales paled. Unprecedented. Sarai's pulse raced. Power. Real power. Not borrowed. Seal it, Elias. He nodded, countersigned instantly. The orb hummed acceptance. Reth's scroll orb sparked and died. Out, Sarai commanded. Her words echoed with authority. Reth recoiled. This human taint. Out. Elias echoed. Soft but iron. The chamberlain stormed away. Doors sealed. Sarai exhaled, trembled. You gave me the codes. The authority. You triggered it. Elias sat across from her. Earned. She studied him. Broad shoulders under simple tunic. Scars faint on knuckles work. Not ornament. No alien mate offered this. They seized control. Masked as duty. Why? She pressed. Humans conquer. Dominate. Not me. He leaned forward. Footsteps outside. Nor's voice crackled. Perimeter. Secure. Lady. Reth confined to guest wing. Sarai tapped the comm. Good. Double outer patrols. Affirmative. Nor paused. Humans' protocols synced clean. Respect that. The line cut. Sarai faced Elias. Captain Nor distrusts your kind. Calls you unpredictable. Results predict. He shrugged. She'll see. And of eucation. She'll see. And of eucation. She'll see. Sarai's mind whirled. Arranged for politics. She'd braced for chains. Instead, keys. A soft ping. Sato's follow-up. Nutrient tray at the door. Eat. Stabilize. Sarai fetched it. Real food, not ceremonial paste. She offered Elias half. He accepted. Ate without fuss. Silence stretched. Comfortable. You expected punishment, he said finally. Yes. She met his gaze. From you, too. Blacksea.com. Blacksea.com. Not my style. Elias set the tray aside. Tomorrow, we review staff. Your picks first. Her ridges warmed. Trust flickered. Small, but real. Alarms blared again. Not hers. Outer breach warning. Sarai jumped up. Slate flared. Reth's faction signal. Sabotage drones inbound. Elias was already at the console. Nor. Vector on intruders. 3 bogies. East wing. Nor barked. Arming interceptors. Sarai's claws dug in. He's fracturing the marriage. To reclaim me. Sarai's. Elias glanced her way. We stop it. Together. She nodded. Gripped the enforcement slate. For the first time, safety felt like hers. Nor's voice cut sharp. Drones. Down. But Reth's rallying council, off-world. Petitioning annulment. Drones. Sarai's blood chilled. Outside, forces closing in. Elias pulled up schematics. Counter-petition ready. Your signature. Launches it. She stared at the glowing prompt. 1 tap. Bind them or break free. Her finger hovered. His eyes waited. No pressure. Trust him? The palace shook. Another alert pierced the air. Sarai's claw struck the prompt. The counter-petition surged through official channels. The palace shuddered. Another alert screamed. Structural breach. West wing. Elias steadied her elbow. Reth's not done. Stay here. No. She gripped her enforcement slate. We face it. Nor's voice crackled over comms. False flag. Reth's pulling strings. Council's inbound. Sarai's ridges flared cold. Reth moved fast. Too fast. Her suite door chimed. Urgent priority. Reth's seal glowed on the slate. Binding consummation. Rite scheduled. Witnesses assembling. Compliance mandatory. 30 cycles. Sarai's breath caught. Tradition's iron claw. No alien union held without it. Public proof. Her body. Exposed. Reth's final test. She lunged for the door controls. Locked it down. Bolts slammed home. Elias turned. What now? Reth summons witnesses. To hear. My suite. Her voice sharpened. For the right. His jaw tightened. No shock. Just action. He tapped his wrist calm. Sato. Legal brief on consummation protocols. Treaty overrides. Sarai paced. Heart ridges pulsed. Submit. And Reth owned her again. Refuse. And the marriage shattered. Elias watched. Calm. Ready. Pounds shook the door. Reth's voice boomed through the panel. Lady Ven. Open. The Chamberlain commands. Witnesses wait. Your duty binds you. Sarai bared fangs. Go back to your ledgers, Reth. This is my suite. Insolence. His claws scraped metal. The human taints you. Prove the bond, or face annulment. Elias stepped forward. Slate in hand. Sato's brief loaded. Chamberlain call. This is Elias Ward. Cite treaty article. 47B. Consent. Supersedes right in interspecies unions. No witnesses enter without dual approval. Silence. Then, fury. Human lies. Tradition stands. Record active. Elias projected the slate feed to public channels. Official log. Right cancelled. Lady Ven's consent policy affirmed. Violations trigger sanctions. Sarai stared. He turned her bedroom siege into a broadcast hearing. Reth's ploy flipped. The door rattled once more. Then retreated. Elias lowered the slate. They're rerouting to witness hall. Public forum now. Your call. She nodded. Claws retracted. We go. Together. He offered his arm. Not a grab. A choice. Sarai took it. Strength met strength. They strode out. Hallways buzzed. Servants scattered. Captain Noor waited at the lift, rifle slung. Councils packed the hall. Reth's got half the elders. Elias asked. Secure. But tense. Sarai lifted her chin. I lead this. The lift hummed down. Witness hall loomed. Massive doors carved with alliance sigils. Inside, murmurs swelled. Doors parted. Spotlights hit them. Reth stood central dais. Robes starched. 20 elders flanked him. Witnesses from both worlds. Human diplomats. Alien nobles. All eyes locked on Sarai. Beside Elias, Reth sneered. Lady Ven. No. Sarai stepped forward. Elias released her arm. Stayed close. Gasps rippled. She activated her slate, projected the counter-petition. Marriage stands. My consent rules. Elias Ward honors it. Reth's eyes bulged. Blasphemy. Without consummation. Treaty law. Elias's voice cut clean. He synced his slate. Dual feed blazed. Article 47B. Bold. Human Alliance Protocol. Partner autonomy first. An elder leaned in. Precedent? Sato slipped from the crowd. Human physician diplomat. Calm tablet ready. 3 cases. Logged. All upheld. Noor crossed arms at the edge. Security concurs. No breaches. On our watch. Reth sputtered. This human poisons our ways. She must submit. Sarai faced him. Ridges steady. I choose my path. Elias protects. Does not control. Murmurs shifted. Eyes flicked to Elias. Quiet. Unyielding, a noble raised a claw. Sarai met Elias's gaze. He nodded once. She turned back. Our knights, our terms. Private. Real. Elias added, soft but firm. Log sealed. Challenges dismissed. Reth slammed his podium. Council votes. Votes flashed. Holotallies climbed. Narrow. But hers. Denied. The head elder stood. Marriage affirmed. Consent. Policy binding. Reth deflated. Glared at Elias. This isn't over. Human. Elias ignored him, turned to Sarai. Warmth spread through her ridges. He asked, after saving her honor. Yes. She walked beside him. Out the doors. Witnesses parted. Nor fell in step. Clean work. Reth's off balance. Sato smiled faint. Nutrient boost later. Adrenaline crash incoming. On. Sarai waved it off. Focused on Elias. His stride matched hers. Back in the suite. Doors. Sealed. Silence. Settled. She faced him. You turned my fear into strength. Team effort. He shrugged. Humble. Your voice carried it. Her claw brushed his hand. Lingered. Alarms pinged soft. Outer comms. Nor's voice. Reth's fleeing station side. But he's called off-world allies. Real. Muscle. Inbound. Sarai tensed. Elias pulled schematics. We prep. Your rules. She nodded. Gripped the console. Beside him. Safe. Chosen. The station trembled. Distant engines roared. Invasion fleet signatures blinked red. But this time, she stood ready. With him. Reth's voice leaked through hacked channels. Surrender the alien, human. Elias's fingers flew. Counter-hack. Live. Not ours to give. Tekt. Sarai smiled fierce. Trust sealed. They fought as one. Nor burst in. Armory stalked. Your orders? Lady? Defend the bond. She glanced at Elias. All of it. He grinned. Explosions rocked the hull. Battle joined. Sarai charged the breach panel. Elias covered her flank. Power as shield. Not chain. Together, unbreakable. But Reth's fleet massed. Boarding pods launched. One truth burned clear. Trust held, or all fell. Her slate chimed. Sarai smashed it. Elias armed the turrets. Incoming locked. They braced. Allies or foes? The line blurred. A pod slammed home. Doors hissed. Figures poured in. Reth's enforcers. Claws out. Nor fired first. Elias flanked. Sarai. Struck. True. One down. Reth's face appeared on override screen. Foolish female. He uses you. No. She blasted the feed. He frees me. Chaos swirled. But Elias pulled her back. Flank secure. Regroup. She breathed. Alive. Because of him. Captain Nor yelled. More pods. Reth's leading them. Sarai raised her weapon. Elias nodded. Partners. The fight raged on. Trust their weapon. Sharpest yet. Hull breached wider. Air howled. Elias sealed it. Quick. Precise. Sarai watched. Human normal. Alien miracle. Reth charged through smoke. Mine. Elias blocked. Fist met claw. Human strength held. Sarai fired. Silence fell. Nor cuffed him. Sarai knelt by Elias. Bruised, but standing. You shielded. Always. His hand found hers. Fleet retreated. Signals fled. Council hailed. Victory affirmed. But Sarai knew. Real win? Here. His touch. Trust complete. One shadow lingered. Off-world whispers. Reth's last allies. Elias scanned stars. They're coming. She squeezed his hand. We face them. United, forever. The stars burned. Battle not over, but hers to claim. Sarai slammed her palm on the training mat. Teach me. Now. Elias paused mid-stretch, his human frame still coiled from the breach fight. Sweat gleamed on his skin under the dim cargo bay lights. He nodded once. No questions. What freezes you? Guards. Close in. Claws out. She mimicked the enforcer's lunge, her tail lashing. Reth's shadow lingered in her mind. Even cuffed. And gone. I hesitate. He stepped closer. Not crowding. Human trick first. Breathe. His hand hovered near her chest, not touching. In through nose. 4 counts. Hold 4. Out through mouth. 4. Resets your fight. She copied. Air filled her lungs. Steady. The cargo bay's hum faded. Her claws retracted without thought. Good. Elias dropped into stance. Break contact next. Simple. Grab here. He tapped her wrist. Twist elbow out. Step back. Drive palm up into throat. Sarai gripped his arm. Tested. He didn't flinch. She twisted. Stepped. Palm stopped an inch from his neck. Again. He reset. Foster. They drilled. Sweat soaked her scales. Elias corrected with quiet words. Breathe first. No dominance. Just rhythm. Her muscles burned. Fear loosened. Hours blurred. Sirens whooped. Patrol alert. Captain Noor's voice crackled over comms. Ven, Ward. Dockside stop. Potential Reth holdouts. Move. Sarai grabbed her sidearm. Elias checked his. Docks swarmed. Alien enforcers in chipped armor clustered near a flickering cargo crate. Noor loomed over them, blaster drawn. Her quills bristled. On your knees! Scans show explosives. One enforcer snarled, half rising. Council clearance, Captain. Back off. Noor advanced. Too close. Her blaster dipped toward his face. Breathe, Elias murmured beside her. Silent reminder. Sarai inhaled. 4. Hold. Out. World sharpened. She stepped forward. Halt protocol. Captain Noor, stand down. Noor whipped around. Eyes narrowed. Lady Ven? Protocol 18. Sarai's voice rang clear, drilled phrase from Elias's logs. Security chief yields to consort. Command in contested zones. Back. 5 meters. Enforcer shifted. Noor's jaw tightened. Human trick in her mouth. Alien authority. Noor holstered. Stepped back. Exactly 5 meters. Grudging. Logged. Your call, lady. Sarai faced the enforcers. Clearance codes. Now. C. Clearance codes. The leader tossed a data chit. Elias scanned it mid-air. Clean. Reth plants, but inert. False flag. Sarai nodded. Disarm. Escort out. Enforcers complied. No fight. They backed away. Eyes on her. Armed soldiers, retreating from words. Her words. Noor crossed her arms. Watch them go. Neat trick. Where'd you pull that? Elias spoke first. Training log. Updating now. He tapped his wrist comm. Data streamed to Central. New protocol. Consort override in patrols. Proximity limit. 5 meters unless lethal threat. Sign off, Captain. Noor growled. You're pushing, human. Results. Elias held her gaze. Calm. Reth's gone because we adapt. Sign. Sarai watched. Elias didn't demand. He enforced, protected the chain. Noor's quills flattened. She signed. Fine. Protocol active. Dock cleared. Sarai's pulse steadied. No freeze. Soldiers backed up. Because of her. Back in quarters, Elias logged the full report. Sarai leaned against the bulkhead. It worked. Your breath. Your phrase. He glanced up. Yours now. No smile. Just fact. Alarms pinged again. Off-world scan. Whispers from Wreath's allies. Pods inbound? Sarai straightened. Patrol? I see. Elias rose. Together. Trust sealed. But shadows grew. Sarai's claws flexed. No freeze this time. They moved out. Docs waited. New protocols. Her voice. Nor met them at the lock. Perimeter sweep. Lady leads? Sarai nodded. I do. Enforcers fell in. 5 meters back. Precise. Patrol launched. Stars streaked past viewports. Sarai breathed. In 4. Hold. Out. A shadow pod blinked on scans. Unmarked. Contact. Nor barked. Arm up. Sarai raised her blaster. Enforcers closed ranks. Too close. Instinct screamed. Halt protocol. Her command cut sharp. 5 meters. They froze. Backed. Soldiers obeyed. Elias flanked her. Quiet. Ready. Pod hailed. Voice crackled. Surrender the human, Ven. He's poison. Sarai fired the comm burst. Negative. He's mine. Sarai. Pod feared. Fled. Nor whistled. They ran. Sarai lowered her weapon. Human trick. Her shield. Elias touched her shoulder. Light. Flank secure. Trust burned brighter. But more pods massed on horizon scans. She gripped his hand. Next ones won't run. Ready. His grip matched hers. Stars darkened. Battle called. Sarai led. Soldiers followed. 5 meters back. Power protected. Not controlled. Her heart raced. Not fear. Strength. Alarms screamed. Lead pod locked weapons. Evade. Sarai ordered. Ship twisted. Elias at controls. Precise. Shots glanced off hull. They returned fire. Hit true. Pod exploded. Debris sparkled. 2 more. Dove in. Nor grinned. Your human flies like a demon. He's steady, Sarai said. Breathed. Aimed. Break contact ready. If they boarded. Pods flanked. Tractors latched. Boarders, Elias yelled. Airlock hissed. Figures poured. Claws gleaming. Wreaths last. Sarai twisted. Palm strike. 1 down. Enforcers held line. 5 meters. Perfect. Elias blocked a lunge. Fist cracked jaw. Human strength hummed. She breathed. Nor charged. Blaster barked. Boarders faltered. Backed. They're breaking! Sarai shouted. Elias sealed the lock. Tractors snapped. Pods drifted. Lifeless. Silence hummed. Sarai knelt amid smoke. Alive. Strong. Elias checked her. Bruised. She stood. Pulled him close. Protected. His arms wrapped. Steady. Nor cuffed the last boarder. Protocol saved us, lady. Sarai nodded. Soldiers saluted. From distance. Trust won. But council hails flickered. Elias scanned. More whispers. She smiled. Fangs sharp. Let them come. Human trick. Alien fire. United. Pods massed again. Bigger fleet. Sarai raised her voice. Crew roared. Ready. Stars blazed. War called. Her ally stood firm. Power as shield. Forever. Sarai exhaled. 4 counts. Fight on. Sarai pushed through the hatch into Elias's workspace. Her claws scraped the frame. She locked eyes on him. Shared meal. Elias turned from the console. His hands paused, mid-scan. No flinch. No question. He nodded. Rations it is. Sit. She dropped into the chair opposite his workstation. The battle smoke still clung to her scales. Pods massed outside. Alarms ticked low. But here, in this cramped human nook, she tested him, ordered like a superior, watched for the crack. He moved to the galley alcove, pulled ration packs. Human efficiency hummed. Knife sliced precise. Vegetables diced. Protein chunks browned in the heater. Aromas bloomed earthy roots. Spiced broth. Her nostrils flared. Unfamiliar. Inviting. Sarai leaned forward. You fly like that. Fight like that. Now cook? Her voice probed. Fangs glinted. Keeps me steady. He stirred without looking up. Labeled a vial. Spice allergens. Yours or mine. Set it aside. Poured 2 bowls. Equal heaps. Steam curled identical. She stared. No larger portion for him. No deference demanded. He slid 1 bowl her way. Spoon beside it. Sat across. Forked his own first bite. Sarai gripped the spoon. Hot stew hit her tongue. Rich. Balanced. Human rations simple fuel tasted, crafted. She swallowed. Why equal? You eat. I eat. His eyes met hers. Calm. Her tail flicked. Partners. Not bride. Not prize. The words settled. She ate slower. Watched his jaw work. Steady chews. No rush. Hatch chimed. Chamberlain Rethcall's face filled the comm panel. His crests flared red. Lady Sarai, protocol demands separation post-combat. This intimacy undermines, meal sustains. Sarai cut him. Spoon scraped bowl. Dismissed. Reth's eyes darted to Elias. Human. She wears restraints. Obey tradition or face council audit. Elias didn't pause. Swallowed stew. She's eating. We're clear. Sarai's claws tightened. Reth tested. Always. Pushed her back to chains. Ceremonial restraints, gold cuffs on wrists, and throat bit her skin. Symbols of obedience, worn since the marriage docking. Expected domination. Elias never locked them. She set the spoon down. Reached for the throat clasp. Click. Metal pooled on the table. Wrist cuffs followed. Thud. Bare scales gleamed. Vulnerable. Defiant. Elias glanced. No grab. No command. Seconds? Quote. Wanna. Quote. Quote. Her breath caught. Fangs parted. No reaction to bare throat. No claim. Power unused. She pushed the cuffs aside. Kept them off. Test passed. He ladled more stew. Pushed her bowl full. Ate his own. Comm buzzed again. Captain Hessa nor this time. Her armored crest bobbed. Pods vectoring. 5 minutes. Protocols hold. Hold. Sarai stood. Scales itched free. Elias flies. I aim. Nor's gaze flicked to the discarded cuffs. Unrestrained? Risky. Protected. Sarai flexed wrists. Touched Elias's arm. Brief. Palm flat on his sleeve. Tested. He didn't pull. Didn't advance. Warmth steady under fabric. Nor grunted. Results speak. Strap in. Screens flared. Dr. Amari Sato patched in from medbay. Human voice crisp. Sarai. Vitals spiked post borders. Adrenaline crash incoming. Hydrate. Stew hydrates. Sarai's hand lingered 1 beat. Slid away. Elias rose. Cleared bowls. No comment on touch. They hit the bridge. Elias dropped into pilot seat. Sarai beside. Restraints gone. Reth's voice crackled from council link. Lady. Reaffix. Legitimacy. Quiet. She silenced him. Pods loomed. 5. Armed heavy. Elias banked hard. Thrusters roared. Sarai braced. His hands danced controls. Precise arcs. Enemy fire splashed shields. Flank left. She called shots. Blasters primed. Copy, he rolled. Her volley struck. One pod vented. Reth broke in. Human dominance. Sarai, yield command. She snarled. He shields. I strike. Second. Pod bloomed fire. Nor's enforcers manned guns. Barked hits. Third down. Pods split. 2 dove tractors. Elias twisted. Snapped free. Trapped incoming. Sarai fired point blank. Debris sparkled. Last pod fled. Silence hummed. Crew cheered. Elias scanned clear. Leaned back. Drift. Secure. Sarai exhaled. 4 counts. Touched his shoulder. Firm. You cook. You fly. You wait. He turned. Eyes level. Your call. Reth's face reappeared. Crests furious. Council convenes. This union fractures tradition. Sato's voice overrode. Council. Stand down. Sarai's autonomy logged. Human protocols saved the ship. Twice. Nor nodded on split screen. Results. Reth. Pipe down. Or join the debris. Sarai rose. Cuffs stayed on the table. Back in workspace, she faced Elias. Why no claim? Restraints off. I touch. You. Steady. Trust builds shields. He wiped the galley. Not chains. Her tail curled near his boot. Not touching. Yet. Pods gone. But council whispers massed. Reth plotted. Tests, endless. She stepped closer. Shoulder brushed his. Next meal. You order. His mouth quirked. Deal. Alarm ticked. New signatures. Not pods. Shuttles. Council enforcers? Sarai grinned. Fangs sharp. Let them test. Elias powered weapons. Her hand found his arm. Grip tight. Power as protection. Trust sealed. But Reth's shuttle docked first. Hatch hissed. He stormed in. Sarai Ven! Re-affix. Or annul. She blocked him. Elias at her back. Steady shadow. Try me. Nor arrived. Blaster low. Intruder protocol. Reth froze. This human taints. Protected. Sarai echoed. Pushed him out. Lock sealed. Sato calmed. Medkit inbound. For him? Or you? Us. Sarai sat. Elias beside. Bowls reheated. Equal. Stew warmed scales. Touch lingered. Wrist to wrist. No cuffs. No claims. Council fleet blinked on scopes. Bigger. Reth's doing. Elias spooned broth. Hungry? Famished. She matched him. Bite for bite. Shields charged. Trust fueled. War waited. Sarai flexed Bara arms. Free. Chosen ally. Human fire met alien steel. Reth's voice leaked through vents. You'll break. She laughed. Low. Watch. Elias poured water. Labeled glass. Thirst? Her claws tapped his. Never again. Pods reformed. No dreadnought shadow. Council heavy. Sarai stood. Bridge. He followed. Hand grazed hers. Brief. Offered. She took it. Squeezed. Power shielded. Hearts aligned. Nor hailed. Formation? United. Sarai pulled him along. Restraints forgotten. Trust forged. Dreadnought fired warning. Elias dodged. Her shot answered. Together. Unbroken. But shuttle bay alarms wailed. Reth's override. Boarding again? Sarai spun. Protect the core. Elias nodded. Always. She dashed. Claws out. His steps matched. Ally. Not captor. Trust bloomed. Battle called. They answered. Two bloomed. Two bloomed dock. Sarai slammed the core access panel shut. Claws scraped metal. Alarms shrieked. Reth's override code pulsed red on the console. Boarding clamps engaged, Elias said. His voice cut through the din. Fingers flew over auxiliary controls. He rerouted power without looking up. She spun to the viewport. Shuttle bay lights flared. Reth's vessel docked hard. Figures in council livery poured out. They're here for the core data. Sarai's tail lashed. Erase it. Already queued. Elias tapped submit. Screens flickered clean. But they're not getting the ship. Blaster fire echoed from the corridor. Noor's voice boomed over comms. Intruders pinned. Reth leads. Your orders? Hold them, Sarai snapped. Elias stays with me. Affirmative. Noor's channel clicked off. Sarai gripped her sidearm. Elias mirrored her. Pistol drawn low. They moved as one toward the bridge hatch. Reth's voice blasted from external speakers. Lady Ven, surrender the human. He's coerced you. Council evidence confirms enslavement. Her scales bristled. Forged lies. She glimpsed a data sliver glint on the deck, dropped in the chaos. She snatched it. Plugged it into her wrist comm. Messages scrolled. Her voice synthesized. Ilias. Force compliance. Send extraction. Fakes. Timestamps off by seconds. Reth's plant. Elias. She thrust the sliver at him. Trace this. He slotted it into his portable rig. Eyes narrowed. Council format. Sloppy metadata. Give me 2 minutes. Boots thundered closer. Sarai raised her blaster. 1. Noor's team fired. Screams cut short. Reth yelled. She's enthralled. Proof incoming. Sarai's comm pinged. Official notice. Accusation. Hearing. 1 hour. Venue. Neutral Orbital Court. Human Elias Ward, accused of duress control over Lady Sarai Ven. Attendance mandatory. She deleted the auto-accept. Chose manual response. Got it. Elias ejected the sliver. Uploaded a counter packet. Security footage chained. Timestamps locked. Forgeries exposed. Sending to court now. Her claws flexed. Trust surged. He hadn't hesitated. No demands. Just action. Shuttle bay exploded in contained fire. Reth's team retreated. Clamps released with a groan. Sarai exhaled. Hearing first. Then, we end him. I hem burrs. We die. Die hem burrs. Elias nodded, holstered his pistol. They launched into the black. Court station loomed, a spun silver wheel. Docking clamps locked smooth. Sarai strode down the ramp. Elias at her flank. No leash. No guard. Partners. Council chamber doors hissed open. Reth stood at the prosecutor's dais, flanked by 2 robed arbiters. Captain Noor waited in observer seats, arms crossed. Sato sat beside her, medkit at ready. Lady Ven. Reth's eyes gleamed. Sarai mounted the defense platform. Slapped her wrist calm down. Play the packet. Arbiters leaned in. Elias's counterfeed projected. Footage from her quarters. Reth slipping the sliver under the door. Timestamp synced to his shuttle arrival. Chain of custody pristine. Human verified. Reth paled. Fabrication. Human trickery. Silence. Arbiter 1 raised a talon. Metadata pure. Forgery confirmed. Sarai stepped forward. Voice steel. Chamberlain Rethcall planted evidence. Framed my consort for enslavement. He overrides my household codes. Invades my vessel. Tests my will. Reth sputtered. Tradition demands purity. This human dominates. Protects. Sarai cut him. He pulls threats without chains. Shares controls without claims. I choose him. Noor grunted approval. Sato nodded once. Arbiter. 2 scrolled logs. Multiple intrusions logged. Reth's codes dominant. Remove him. Sarai's tail stilled. Strip his household authority. Effective. Now. Reth lunged for the dais. Security bots swarmed. Pinned him. Arbiter 1 intoned. Motion granted. Reth call. Exiled from Ven Holdings. Charges against Elias Ward dismissed. Sarai met Elias's gaze across the chamber. His nod was slight. Steady. Reth thrashed in bot grips. You'll regret. Council fleet masses. Real proof comes. Fleet? Her scopes had blinked earlier. Reth's final play. Nor stood. Captain's report. 3 dreadnoughts inbound. Council decree pending. Sarai's claws dug into the podium. On what grounds? Marriage illegitimacy. Arbiter. 2 frowned. Reth's final submission. Claims duress annulment. Reth's. Sato rose. Counter with autonomy scan. Sarai's vitals clear. No coercion markers. Denied. Arbiter 1 waved it off. Full tribunal. Docking. Enforced. Enforced. Trapped again. Sarai turned to Elias. He already tapped his rig. Shuttle hot. Window narrow. She signaled Nor. Secure the station team. We're leaving. Blaster fire cracked outside. Council Marines breached the outer ring. Nor drew. Go. I'll cover. Sarai grabbed Elias's arm. Pulled him toward the exit. Run. They sprinted corridors. Alarms wailed anew. Marines rounded the corner. Blasters up. Elias shoved her behind a bulkhead. Returned fire precise. 2 down. Elevator. She blasted the 3rd. Door dinged open. They piled in. Slammed override. Station shook. Docking clamps groaned under strain. They're tractor beaming, Elias said. Sweat beaded his brow. Fingers danced on emergency panel. Sarai gripped the rail. Felt the pull. Her comm buzzed. Sato. Medkit dropped in bay. Fleet scans show borders prepped. Reth's leading. Again. Him. Elias rerouted thrust. Ship lurched free. Shields at 80. Plotting evasive. Sarai took co-pilot. Locked weapons. Target their lead dreadnought. Risky. His hands stayed calm. Shields flared under fire. She fired back. Plasma lanced true. Dreadnought shields buckled. Reth's voice hacked the open channel. Surrender. Sarai. He's using you. She laughed. Claws on triggers. Watch me choose. Elias banked hard. Slipped the net. Jump drive spooled. Fleet faded. Stars stretched. Sarai leaned back. Wrist brushed his. No pull away. Household clear. Reth gone. He poured water from a pouch. Offered it. Thirst? She drank deep. Passed it back. Council next? Always. His eyes met hers. Quite. Fire. Trust sealed. Not in words. In flight. In fight. But scopes pinged. New signature. Sato's shuttle? No council probe. Armed. Incoming transmission. Lady Ven. Tribunal summons. Comply or forfeit holdings. Reth's shadow lingered. War brewed. Sarai flexed her claws. Elias loaded fresh power cells. They accelerated. United. Unchained. Shouts exploded from the corridor mouth. Traitor! Human puppet! Bodies pressed in feathered crests flaring. Claws slashing air. Sarai froze mid-step. The public transfer tube had dumped her into this gauntlet. Council chambers lay 200 meters ahead. Now, a wall of protesters blocked it solid. Her escort detail scattered. Captain Hessa Nor barked orders. But the mob swallowed her team. Sarai's claws extended on instinct. Heart hammered. These were her people, Ven loyalists, radical fringes. Reth's whispers had poisoned them. Surrender to tradition. One bellowed, hurling a data slate. It shattered against the bulkhead inches from her head. Elias stepped forward, no weapon drawn. His frame planted square between her and the crush. Broad shoulders formed a living barrier. He didn't shove, didn't yell. "Back it up," he said, voice level. "Clear the path. No one's fighting today." The front row snarled. A burly avian lunged, beak snapping. Elias shifted minimal motion. His elbow caught the attacker's shoulder, redirected it into empty space. The protester stumbled into his own crowd. Elias raised empty hands. Withdrawal. Measured. Now. Ow. Crom. Crom. Owl. Sarai's breath caught. No fists. No rage. Just control. Humans fought dirty in vids, brutal, endless. This? Precise. Protective. Her injured arm throbbed from the ship skirmish. She pressed it to her side, scales itching under the wrap Sato had applied. The mob roared louder. "Blood for betrayal!" More surged. Claws raked bulkhead inches from Elias's back. Hessa's voice cut through on open comm. "Security pinned. Then fall back." Sarai snatched her comm from her belt. Elias's words echoed in her mind, calm, unyielding. She mimicked his cadence. Low. Steady. Back it up. Clear the path. No one's fighting today. Her voice amplified through corridor speakers. Protesters faltered. Eyes widened at her tone. Her crest, not his. A ripple spread. The front line hesitated. Elias held position, body angled to shield her without trapping her. No demands. No gratitude begged. Just space for her to act. "Withdrawal," Sarai echoed. "Measured. Now." She stepped beside him, not behind. Her shoulder brushed his arm. Solid. Unflinching. The mob grumbled. One hurled a stun pod. Elias batted it aside mid-air, sent it skittering harmlessly. No counterstrike. Hessa's team broke through from the flanks. Batons humming. Protesters peeled back, cursing. The path cracked open. Elias glanced her way. "Go?" Sarai nodded. They moved together. His pace matched hers. No grab. No push. The mob jeered, but parted. Council doors loomed. Hessa waved them through, her scales flushed with effort. Inside, locked down, the doors sealed with a hiss. Silence crashed in. Sarai sagged against the antechamber wall. Adrenaline ebbed. Her arm burned fresh scrape from debris. Blood welled through the bandage. Elias faced her. Eyes scanned the injury. He paused. "May I?" "Permission." Not assumption. Sarai extended her arm. Claws retracted. Yes. His fingers brushed scales, gentle pressure. No yank. He peeled the wrap, cleaned the scrape with a sterile pad from his kit. Efficient. No fuss. Deep enough for Sato. Shallow for now. He reapplied dressing, tied it firm. Stepped back. Sarai flexed her claws. Watched him. This human, Elias Ward. Arranged match. Feared conqueror. Yet here, power bent to shield. Not seize. Hessa stormed in, feathers ruffled. Reth's agitators. Verified. Council's waiting. But they're twitchy. Her gaze flicked to Elias. Distrust lingered, but respect edged it. You held without kills. Smart. Results matter, Elias said, packed his kit. Her call dispersed them. Sarai straightened. Council first. Reth's probe was bait. This mob confirms it. Dr. Amari Sato burst through a side door, medkit in hand. Human efficiency. Dark hair pinned back. Eyes sharp. Scans from the shuttle. Arm? She took over without waiting. But her touch mirrored Elias's care. Clean. No infection. Sato glanced up. Mob chatters viral. Reth claims you're enthralled. Human tech. In your implants. Sarai's crest flared. Lies. I chose the fight. Sato nodded. Prove it in there. Elias. Flank her. Hessa. Perimeter. They moved as one. Council chamber doors parted. Tiered seats loomed elders in robes. Crests high. Chancellor Vex at center. Holographic summons pulsing. Lady Ven. Tribunal convenes. Charges. Marital invalidation. Human influence proven by flight from Reth Call. Sarai stepped to the dais. Elias at her side. Hessa behind. Sato prepped data links. No cage. Partners. Invalidation? Sarai's voice rang clear. Test it. Test it. Test it. Test it. Vex leaned forward. Reth Call petitions return. Tradition demands purity. Human. Competence. Elias cut in. Calm. Ask the scopes. Reth's dreadnought limped home. Murmurs rippled. An elder accessed feeds. Gasps followed. Sarai watched their faces. Reth's shadow cracked, but Vex's eyes narrowed. Witnesses claim compulsion. Your comm logs. Lozer. Your comm logs. Sarai activated her implant. Played the corridor dispersal. Her voice. His phrasing. My words. My choice. Hessa stepped up. Verified. Human restrained force. Mob intact. Sato synced medicals. No overrides. Autonomy confirmed. Council leaned in. Feeds looped Elias's barrier. Her command. Reth's. Fleet wreckage. Vex drummed claws. Dismissed. Provisional. But Reth appeals to High Assembly. 30 cycles. Sarai exhaled. Victory narrow. Elias's hand hovered near hers. No touch. Waiting. They exited to secure wing. Hessa sealed it. Reth won't stop. Next. Mob armed. Sato checked vitals. Rest here. I'll liaise. Elias poured water pouches. Offered one. Thirst? Sarai took it. Drank. Passed back. Their fingers brushed. She held a beat longer. Council bought time. Reth. Escalates. He nodded. Her crest smoothed. Trust not forced. Earned in corridors. In chambers. Together. Alarms blared. Station-wide. Hessa's comm crackled. Borders. Reth's strike team. Breach at bays. Sarai gripped her sidearm. Elias loaded cells. Sato drew scanner. Doors bucked under plasma. Elias met her eyes. Quiet fire. Plan? 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 She smiled, claws gleaming. Your barrier. My fire. Bulkhead groaned. They braced. United. Plasma scorched the bulkhead. Sarai fired through the widening crack. A border crumpled, scales smoking. Elias braced beside her. His barrier field hummed, deflecting return fire. Flank. Left. She pivoted. Claws extended her sidearm's grip. 2 shots. 2 more. Down. Hessa charged the breach. Her armored crest slammed the intruder's helm. Clear bays. Sato. Seal vents. Dr. Sato slapped a panel. Gas hissed. Borders choked, clawing throats. Elias dropped the field. Grabbed a fallen plasma rifle. Swept the corridor. Clean. Sarai advanced. Kicked weapons away. Reth's insignia. Confirmed. Hessa Siptiid survivors. Interrogate later. Bays secure. Quote. Alarms silenced. Sato scanned the group. Minor burns. Adrenaline high. Rest advised. Sarai holstered her sidearm. Chest heaved. Elias met her gaze. No demands. Just readiness. Secure wing holds. Hessa dragged a body aside. Reth's probe failed. Council watches feeds. Sarai's crest flared. Reth escalated. Time to counter. Permanently. Captain Noor. Dr. Sato. She straightened. Witness this. Ilias tilted his head. Silent question. She pulled the marriage pact from her implant. Hollow projected. Standard clauses glowed. Obedience. Inheritance. Dissolution by groom's decree. No more. Display stylus. Sarai commanded her calm. A slim rod materialized from the wall dispenser. She caught it. Amended text streamed. Autonomy clauses. No compulsion. Mutual decisions on relocation. Alliances. Progeny. Hessa's eyes widened. Bold. Tradition demands groom's primacy. Not this pact. Sarai added lines. Mutual veto power. Either voids commands conflicting with personal sovereignty. Sato nodded. Earth law compatible. Witnesses note. Sere continued. Public consent standard. Change require open council affirmation. No private overrides. Change. Elias leaned in. Read the hollow. His fingers tapped thigh. No protest. Reth's shadow loomed in feeds. This sealed it. On her terms. Sign? Sarai offered the stylus. Elias took it. No hesitation. Scanned amendments. Pressed thumb to his line. Initialed. He placed the stylus in her palm. Her claws closed around it. No grab. No force. He waited. Sarai signed. Crest smoothed. Pact updated. Holo sealed with dual biometrics. Witnesses chimed. Verified. She rose. Pulled Elias close. Public embrace deliberate. Her arms locked around his waist. Crest brushed his shoulder. Gasps echoed from corridor feeds. Court channels lit. Hessa smirked. Dares Reth. Sato logged it. Transmitted. Provisional victory. Sarai held Elias. Felt his heartbeat. Steady. His hand rested light on her back. No squeeze. Permission. Let them challenge. She released him. Slow. Claimed. Elias nodded. Council next? Immediate. Sarai activated comm. All stations. Marriage pact revised. Witnesses. Captain Noor. Dr. Sato. Feeds public. Reth's voice crackled through. Invalid. She smiled. Claws gleamed. Witness the pact, Chamberlain. Or appeal High Assembly. Again. Silence. Then retreat signals. Hessa checked doors. They're pulling back. Your move shook them. Sato packed her scanner. Vitals stable. Bond strengthens. Elias poured fresh water. Offered pouches. Sarai took one. Drank deep. Trust solidified. Not in words. In signatures. In stands. But alarms flickered. Low priority. Hessa frowned. Secondary breach? No summons. Council chamber. Now. Sarai gripped Elias's arm. With me. He matched her stride. They marched out. Feeds trailed. Packed hollow broadcast. Council doors parted. Elders stared. Reth paced the dais. Revised pact. An elder barked. Explain. Sarai projected it. Clauses glowed. I accept marriage. On equal terms. Murmurs swelled. Vex Reth's ally leaned forward. Human yields? Unnatural. Elias stood silent. Sarai spoke. Human choice. Elias Ward signs first. Grants me the stylus. Feeds replayed. His hand placing it. Her grip. Elder accessed logs. Biometrics match. Witnesses credible. Reth slammed podium. Tradition. Groom dominates. Hessa stepped up. Results speak. Human barrier saved bays. Sarai commands fire. Union works. Sato synced data. Medical. No juris. Autonomy intact. Vex drummed clause. Provisional. But public consent. Test it. Sarai pulled Elias again. Embrace in chamber. Open. Defiant. Council gasped. No recoil. Elias held still. Warmth shared. Consent shown. Sarai released. Challenge? Silence. Reth snarled. High Assembly. I invoke. Elder nodded. 30 cycles. Pact holds interim. Sarai exhaled. Win. They exited. Secure wing again. Hessa sealed. Elias checked corners. Habit. Sato monitored feeds. Reth rallies allies. Armed escorts inbound. 1. Reth rallies. Reth rallies. Reth rallies. Reth rallies. Sarai sat. Pulled up progeny clauses. Amended mentally. Later. Elias knelt. Eye level. Thirst? She took the pouch. Fingers brushed. Held. Revised pact changes everything. Her voice softened. He nodded. Partners. Trust bloomed. Power as shield. Not chain, but Sato's scanner beeped. Anomaly. Implant. Ping. External.